Okay, this lesson today is pertaining to Latin music. Okay, and we'll just talk about Latin a little bit later. But Latin is one of my favorite kinds of music to play because it's very polyrhythmic. Now, for those of you that don't know, polyrhythm is more than one rhythm going on at a time. And we'll get into that right shortly because it'll become quite self-evident when I get doing the demonstration. Okay, so as with any music, you have an ostinato pattern. All right, and in Latin, the ostinato is in the feet, the bass drum and the hi-hat. Okay, it goes 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. Kick, high kick, kick, high kick, kick. Right? You got your hi-hat and your kick drum. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. All right. So once you have that ostinato happening, and you can just sit down and practice that. All right, and just get that so that it feels nice and natural. And one thing you want to work for is a little bit of an accent on the second bass drum. Okay, when you're playing with bass players and guitar players, they like to have that little centering accent. That little second accent makes it a little more powerful and it moves the groove forward head just a little bit. So get that second bass drum with a little accent. All right, so the next step you want to do is to add hands to this. Okay, so the first way that I recommend adding hands is going with some sticking patterns. Okay, now sticking patterns are like right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, and right, right, left, left, and your paradiddle, paradiddle. There's a book out by George Lawrence Stone called Stick Control, and at the very first page it has a whole list of sticking patterns that are really excellent to practice for your hands. Will get your hands in great shape. But let's just apply this. Okay, so we've got the feet going 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2. All right, so we got a little bit of a coordination exercise. All right, sounds a little bit square, but you can do lots of things with it. And one of the things we'll do is we'll put the right hand on the cymbal and the left hand on the snare drum. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Okay, so that makes it a little more interesting. And notice that I can count while I'm doing this. Counting is always good. If you can count and play, it's always an excellent thing. And I have another little section on the DVD. We'll deal with that a little more in depth. But right now we've got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a. So what can we do next? All right. We can add some accents. Now, let me just talk about accents and unaccented notes. And if unaccented notes, if played very quietly, are called ghosted notes. Okay? So accents are what give you your phrasing in drumming. You can do a fill, and it sounds all right, but if you give it some accents, it changes the whole context of the fill, of what you're doing. So let me just put that in here. We're doing the 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, now we're going to put in some accents. Okay, so you get that a little faster. Okay, so that's just that very simple right, left pattern, adding some accents, and it's starting to sound kind of cool. So the next thing you want to do is you want to get a different sticking pattern. So we're going to try right, left. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Right, left, right, left. Okay, now we can do the same thing on this cymbal. I've got two different sounds, so I'm going to use them. And on here I have two different sounds. And notice on the loud notes, I am rim shotting, which means playing the stick on the rim and in the middle of the head at the same time. Okay, so let's take this nice and slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, and 3 E and a, 4. Okay, so that goes together pretty good. Now, on this cymbal, I have the bell sound on the edge, which is a little bit weird, but, well, that's just my personality. So if you were going to play on a real set, you would go into the bell to get that second different sound. Okay, so we've got that. We've got singles, doubles, and now we're going to add a paradiddle. Right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, so we did the paradiddle, put it into the hands, and then added little accents. Now, let me just give you a little bit of a fill or a solo tip here. If you take the paradiddles and put the first beat of the paradiddle on the tom-tom, it sounds like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Okay? If you take the second beat and put it on the tom-tom, it's like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. If you put out with the feet, oops, messed that up a little. Let's try again. Okay, let's try that fast. Okay,